of talks does not depend on us. Our position is quite obvious. This is the Americans who are making oppressions on us of the negotiation, and they denied negotiation in talks before. So there is no chance of negotiation as far as they are concerned. You can contact them to express their own views.
Meanwhile, here in Pakistan, in a continuing sign of the government's concern over uneasiness and unrest among many Pakistanis about the continued bombing, all public rallies here in Pakistan have been banned. Loudspeakers not even allowed to be used except at Friday prayer and during the 5-time-a-day call to prayer. Bill Delaney, CNN, Islamabad.
Military planes scrambled in response to a small plane flying over a local nuclear power plant. Officials reported seeing a low-flying plane over the Shippingport nuclear power plant. The incident occurred yesterday after the officials restricted the airspace over all nuclear power plants. In response to the reports, all planes at Pittsburgh International Airport were grounded for 18 minutes. The plane disappeared off the radar and was not seen again. Some local airports are optimistic about the return to normal business. Venango County Airport officials have said even though rates have been down since September 11th, October is looking up, even though there are still 34% fewer passengers than 1 year ago. Still behind in numbers, the airports are confident that they will recover from the lack of passengers and continue with business as normal.
The Clarion County Commissioners are unhappy with the assessment job done on the Clarion County Courthouse. Commissioner Butch Campbell says even though they have not received a bill, they have informed them about their dissatisfaction. The original engineer is set to return to reassess the building. However, it is not said if the bill will arrive before he does.
Siani died in a terrible traffic accident, but she is still alive.
On Wednesday, a respected journalist was remembered in Philadelphia Memorial. KYW Siani Lee was well-loved and will be missed by her co-workers. Larry Kane gives us a glimpse of how good she was both on and off camera.
Siani died in a terrible traffic accident, but she is still alive in the loving memories of so many. The AIDS patients, breast cancer patients, that she helped, an aspiring Asian American journalist and journalists in general, and numerous youth from different minority groups of people.
KYW General Manager Marcellus Alexander knew Siani for 10 years.
During her time with us, she earned our respect as a colleague. We cherished her positive outlook on life and watched in awe as she managed her career with a strong work ethic, her active community involvement, while still leaving time for the most important thing in her life, her family.
I also had the honor of speaking.
As a friend who sat just feet away from me, she was truly an inspiration, even though she was somewhat younger and much more beautiful and attractive in so many ways inside. This was a woman who never, ever had a dark day in her life. And if she did, certainly we didn't know about it.
And Siani certainly touched many of you.
In a matter of 18 hours, I received 370 emails from people.
I get no shit.
Siani Lee lived the kind of life all of us should want to live.
She participated in the event the way that she participated in everything in life. Danced the whole night long, enjoyed all the people at the event, enjoyed the wonderful feast, made you feel that she was part of the party and that you were part of the party too.
And though her life would get cut so short,
Siani had a very special way of assuring women they would survive any challenge that came along. Just 2 weeks ago, she sat in the King of Prussia Mall and talked with 100 women and alleviated their fears about breast cancer.
The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms is investigating a fire at Pennsylvania Church. Investigators say the fire that broke out Wednesday morning at Old Pass Baptist Church was intentionally set. The fire might have been due to church's roadside sign that displays a message about Muslims being damned.
A senior at Pennsylvania's Dickinson College faces criminal charges for making an anthrax threat that closed the student union building, as Janelle Stelton reports. Andrew Theodorakis was taken into custody today, charged with simple terroristic threats and causing a catastrophe.
We are here to announce the arrest of a 21-year-old Dickinson College student.
That student is Andrew Theodorakis, a political science major in his senior year. Police believe he's responsible for an anthrax scare that closed down the Holland Union building of Dickinson College. The building was sealed after students working in the inter-campus mailroom found 2 envelopes with white powder and notes reading "die." 2 witnesses told police they saw Theodorakis in the mailroom preparing the envelopes and filling them with baking soda. Theodorakis has denied any involvement.
And because the suspect refused to cooperate with investigators, the Holland Union building will remain closed and sealed
until lab tests can positively rule out anthrax. In the meantime, student meals normally served in the hub have been relocated to the gym, and mail service is delayed. Changes that serve as a constant reminder about potential terrorist threats.
You just never think it would happen here. I mean, it's been happening in New York and Washington, D.C., and now it's Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
Most students we spoke with think the incident was a hoax, and while they feel safe from the threat of anthrax, they're angry someone would joke about it.
I think that's pretty immature or kind of sick, actually.
People hear of parents died in the World Trade Center and things like that. This is not a joke at all.
And they don't want to share a campus with someone who thinks it is.
They shouldn't rule out expulsion. I mean, that's the action I think they should take. So.
Another area college is troubled with anthrax. 500 staff, students, and faculty at Mercyhurst College in Erie have received an inoculation of the antibiotic Cipro. The preventive action was taken in response to a threatening letter received there on Tuesday that contained an unidentified white powder. After testing today, the results of the white powder have returned negative. The suspicious letter was postmarked Cairo, Egypt.
Federal agencies in Pittsburgh are requesting the city move its emergency center to a county building in order to improve the communications process. Pittsburgh's deputy mayor says the city is rethinking its emergency procedures in direct response to the September 11th terrorist attacks. Pittsburgh's emergency center is currently a separate building from Allegheny County's emergency center.
Pennsylvania Governor Mark Schweiger has pledged to make Philadelphia, quote, the greatest urban school district in America. His plan to reform the failing school district includes the privatization of 60 of the city's worst schools.
Seeing and viewing teachers and principals as key allies in this and nurturing with them with professional development commitments and so on, and are very comfortable with accountability and an expectation that they will be held to achieving results. If they achieve results, they're compensated.
The proposal is based on a $2.7 million study done by Edison Schools to look at the district's finances and educational programs. Many expect that they will be granted a contract to run the school's district as well. Up next, a special look at the Clarion election.
Stay tuned to Clarion's very own TV5 News.
Through a grant by Fox's Pizza Den. Fox's Pizza Den is located on Old Route 66 in Clarion and offers all-day delivery. Phone 226-5555. That's 226-5555. Fox's Pizza Den is open 7 days a week for your convenience. Phone 226-5555.
Wardrobe for some TV5 news anchors, provided by Fashion Bug, located in the Clarion Mall. Whether you're looking for junior trendy, girls, or fashion for women, they have it all, with many different styles. Fashion Bug also offers wide selection of accessories. Fashion Bug is located in the Clarion Mall, just off of exit 9 of Interstate 80. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 9 p.m., and Sunday from noon till 5.
This portion of the program was made possible through a grant from Clarion Hospital. Clarion Hospital is located off of exit 9 of Interstate 80. Clarion Hospital offers outpatient services, transitional care, as well as an emergency room open around the clock every day of the year. More than 400 employees and 80 physicians work to serve the community. Call the Clarion Hospital at 226-9500. Clarion Hospital, providing health care to Clarion County and surrounding communities since 1954.
Do you want complete coverage of local, state, national, and international news as it happens?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to TV5 News Live.
Then tune in to Clarion's very own TV5 News Live for complete coverage of the Clarion area and our world. TV5 News crews join with crews from the world's news leader, CNN, to provide complete coverage of the day's events. With advanced satellite capabilities, TV5 News can bring you the latest news as it happens. So tune in every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings for Clarion's very own TV5 News Live.
This is TV5 News Live.
Welcome back. We're going to step away from the news of the day in this segment.
We are going to take a look ahead to the upcoming general election, so we turn over our coverage now to Mark Despotakis in the newsroom.
Well, thank you very much, ladies. The general election in Pennsylvania is next Tuesday, so we're going to use the next few minutes to give you a preview of what to expect. We start our coverage tonight with a look at what you can expect to see on the ballot when you walk in next week. Our Julie Lope has the preview.
So what can you expect when you walk in to vote next Tuesday? Here is a look at what you'll see on the ballot. Everyone in Pennsylvania will be choosing statewide judges. Running for Supreme Court are Mike Eakin and Kate Ford Elliott. One judge will be chosen for a 10-year term. For Superior Court, Pennsylvania voters will choose 3 judges out of the 6 candidates. The term for a judge of the Superior Court is also a 10-year term. And for Commonwealth Court, voters will again choose 3 candidates out of the 6 running. As with the other judge races, this is a 10-year term. In Clarion County, you will be voting for Frederick Goebel or Roland Burns for coroner, and William Peck or Daniel Hornberger for sheriff. And locally in Clarion Borough, residents will be voting for the Borough Council race. 4 candidates will be selected to serve on council. Borough residents will also select a new mayor. William Smathers is the only name on the ballot.
And that was our Julie Lope, and that is what you can expect when you walk in to vote next week. Here in Clarion County, almost everywhere you go, there are a lot of campaign signs, and a lot of those signs are related to the county coroner's race. So our Carrie LaPoo joins me now with a look at that coroner's race. Carrie?
Thanks, Mark. As Julie mentioned, there are 2 candidates on the race. There's Rick Goebel, and there's also Raleigh Burns. I had the chance to talk to Rick Goebel earlier today. This race certainly should be interesting here in Clarion. Residents will be choosing very quickly about that. So that's the situation there. It is a big race here in Clarion.
Okay.
The race in Clarion County is considered one of the biggest and most talked about this year. Everywhere you look, you see Burns and Goebel signs. In an interview with Rick Goebel, he told me why he should be elected.
I've got a great deal of experience in the area. Also my education experience, as well as my training as coroner, all come into play when you want a professional coroner.
Goebel also talked about changing the way that families are notified in the event of a death.
Well, the first issue is the actual operation of the coroner's office. What I'd like to change is the way that the coroner notifies the families. I will notify or use state police to notify the families rather than local funeral directors. And I think this is important because there could be a conflict of interest.
Also, Goebel mentioned why he thought the coroner's race is one of the biggest in the county.
It shouldn't be. It's a coroner's race. And but the coroner's office really shouldn't be a major ticket. Actually, I think it should be a appointed position. I don't think it should be an elected position at all.
Well, while I had the chance to interview Rick, I was unable to interview Raleigh Burns. He declined an interview with TV5, but he is also considered the current coroner of Clarion County right now.
Okay, thank you very much, Carrie. So that is the coroner's race, and it certainly should prove to be an interesting one. Residents will also be choosing 4 council members out of the 6 that are running. Now, the interesting dynamic of this race is that 3 candidates are already on borough council, and the other 3 are no strangers to borough government. I talked with all 6 candidates this week about why they should be elected to a position on council.
I think council should be the visionary part of the to see us expand our vision of, especially in the recreation area and in the development area. I think zoning is also a big issue that needs addressed. But I would love to see us expand with, the university as partners on using some of the property along the river, part of the property that's owned by the borough, part that's owned by the university.
I think the first priority of any governmental person today is to kind of see that we join efforts with the other regions on securing the safety, assuring the safety of the people in view of what has happened September 11th. And that is very important. We do have an emergency manager countywide, and we do have a plan, but that plan that was put into effect couldn't possibly reach the concerns that we have today.
If elected, I'd like to look seriously at possible merger or regionalization of some of the borough services. The borough offers a lot of services that really are for more than just people in the borough, such as the library, police, fire protection, that type of thing. I think these areas have to get stronger, but we need more of a regional base. Now, some of them already receive some regional support, like the fire department, but we really need to look at recreation.
Okay. Now is losing our tax base. And we have a population that is getting older every year. Their income coming into to their own coffers is decreasing because once you're on a pension, you just don't get any more increases. So we've got to watch the costs and try to stay within those individuals' means of paying.
What would you like to accomplish during the term if you're elected?
Well, I think there are a number of things. I certainly think fiscal responsibility is one of them. I think fiscally the borough government should give a full accounting to the people. And again, it's an arm of the people. So monies that are spent, how monies are spent fiscally, and we should be fiscally responsible and do everything we can not to raise taxes.
With Clarion Borough losing the number of tax-paying properties that we have, also being landlocked, it is a very difficult thing to provide the citizens of Clarion Borough the things that they really want to have with the finance responsibilities that we have. So it is my intent to make sure that the citizens of Clarion Borough have exactly the type of government that they truly deserve.
So from the looks of things, it's going to be an interesting Tuesday. We're going to have some interesting races to watch next Tuesday. And just a reminder, the polls open at 7 a.m. on Tuesday and close at 8 p.m. And another reminder, TV5 is your place for election 2001 coverage. Join us next Tuesday at 8 p.m. after live Clarion Borough Council coverage for the latest news of the day. Then stay tuned for a TV5 News special report, Election 2001. That will be live at 10 p.m. on Tuesday. And we're going to go ahead and take a break right now. Here's a look at tonight's lotto numbers.
I am an American. I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American. I am
An American.
I am an American.
I am
American.
I am an American.
I'm an American.
I'm an American.
I am American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
The tools needed to rebuild lives after a disaster aren't always hammers and nails. The tools needed to give warmth to the homeless don't starve. When lives need rebuilding, the Salvation Army knows it takes tools that come from the heart. Donate online or call 1-800-SALARMY.
You'd never know it on the battlefield, but nearly half of today's military are National Guard and reservists. However, they can't answer our nation's call without their employer's support. If you're an employer, visit esgr.org. After all, their response depends on yours.
You're watching TV5 with Zeta Tau Alpha.
5 News Live.
Welcome back to TV5. We're going to go to Chris Poorman, who joins us with the look at the weather. So, Chris?
Beautiful day in Clarion and throughout most of eastern Pennsylvania. We saw above normal temperatures for the first day of November. But what does the weekend have in store? Well, let's first take a look at our satellite image. As you can see, there's a band of clouds, a canopy of clouds moving towards our area in Pennsylvania. It's a low-pressure system. It's going to bring cooler temperatures and also rain showers, some thunderstorms for Friday. And once it moves through our area, though, we will see a little skies. Taking a look again, you can see that low-pressure system. It's a low-pressure system that stretches all the way down into Texas, followed by 2 high-pressure systems. Those high-pressure systems will move through our area, bringing sun cover and moving some of those clouds away, but we will not see an increase in temperatures. If you take a look at our highs, our national highs in Pennsylvania, we saw highs in the 60s. In most of the United States, 70s in the middle of the United States. You can see 80s down into Texas, down in here in Texas, and throughout most of the United States we saw above normal temperatures. It was a beautiful day throughout most of the United States. Taking a look at precipitation, again, you can see as that low-pressure system moves through our area, most of where that low-pressure system is, thunderstorms, possibly strong at times. In Miami, again, thunderstorms. And in the west, you can see just some rain showers that could move into our area early next week. Taking a look at our national map, most of the United States Friday will be pretty nice. New York, you can see partly cloudy skies. Washington, partly cloudy skies. Miami, there will be thunderstorms. Taking a look in central United States, Topeka, partly cloudy skies. And in San Francisco, again, you can see partly cloudy skies. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a good night for football. However, in Clarion, tonight, we'll see lows in the 50s and rain showers as that low-pressure system approaches our area. Tomorrow, again, rain showers, highs in the lower 60s. Make sure to bring a rain jacket to those Friday night football games. Playoff games are beginning, so make sure to bundle up and to be prepared for rain on Friday. Taking a look at our 5-day forecast, by Saturday, as that low-pressure system moves through, you can see partly cloudy skies, a decrease in temperature, 54 degrees. Then on Sunday, temperature drops again to 43 as a high. By Monday, we see a little increase, 46 for the high, 28 for the low. It's going to be chilly on Monday night. And by Tuesday, you could see a high in the upper 40s, lows in the 30s. That's your weather for TV5. I'm Chris Portman. Back to you.
Thanks, Chris. Bill Reinhardt joins us with the sports now.
Bettis gets his due, being named the NFL's Offensive Player of the Month. Bettis had an all-star month, rushing for a total of 470 yards on 78 carries and 3 touchdowns. The Steelers host last year's Super Bowl champions, the Baltimore Ravens, on Sunday at 1 o'clock. In NASCAR, Robbie Gordon finally gets himself a #1 driving spot after Jeff Skinner found himself injured. Here we have Mark Viviano with NASCAR Minute.
Robbie Gordon is on the verge of getting the best ride he has ever had in Winston Cup. Richard Childress tabbed Gordon to take over for Mike Skinner in the number 31 car when Skinner was injured. Gordon has run 8 races for Childress, and the team has been coming together.
You know, I did the deal in Indy with him, and I've seen some things that I like, not just in his driving, but in his attitude and stuff. And I said, hey, let's give him a chance down here. You know, when Mike got hurt, had to get out of the car, he was the first person I thought, because he's got a lot of potential. He's great with the sponsors, and he's got some talent. I mean, he's got a tremendous amount of talent. You don't do what he does with a race car and not have talent.
It'll be my first time with a team that has won championships. They haven't just won one, they've won a lot of them. You know, Kevin Harvick will be a great teammate, and Jeff Green, I could learn a lot from those guys. And Richard Childress Racing, you know, these guys got a lot of experience. They work really hard, build really nice race cars, so I'd be excited if they picked me for it.
Childress may have tipped his hand for next year after Gordon finished 7th at Phoenix. After the race, Childress said, quote, "He's what I expected, and he's going to do a hell of a job next year." With the NASCAR Minute, I'm Mark Viviano.
Last night the Yankees took home a victory against the Diamondbacks with a 4-3 victory in overtime. The game ball would have to go to the Yankees' Derek Jeter. Jeter knocked home a 10th-inning home run to win the game. This was the first time in World Series history that a game was sent to overtime with a home run and ended with a home run. This is Sports for Thursday. I'm Bill Reinhardt, and now back over to you two.
Don't forget to tune in next week for live local election coverage. And I'm Jackie Nealon for TV5.
And I'm Susan Honorad. For everyone here at TV5 News, have a good weekend.